Hello Internet! Today I'm doing a solo playthrough of World of Warcraft 5's Blood and Fury, and that'll be Scenario 12, Escape from Gütersloh. It's a tiny little scenario, only played on a portion of map 5, and it's only 5 turns long. The NATO forces comprise of a handful of British and West German platoons and infantry, just 5 or 6 counters in total for them, and they start off in this small city which they're defending. And coming from all sides is you've got a Russian Guards motor regiment moving in, which they've got some T-64, some infantry, coming in from all sides to try and reclaim this city from them. Like I said, it's only a 5-turn scenario. The Soviets have initiative, and they're going to be run by the solo bot, so I've made their very offensive deck already. There's a couple of ways NATO can win. They can either take out 4 Soviet units, completely eliminate them. They can exit 4 of their own units off of this western edge, which I think will be a real challenge, or they can hold on for 5 turns and still have control of one of these city hexes under here, which is where they're all city hexes they've set up in. So it's going to be really close, really tight infighting. The Germans have been set up already. I mean, they've got some pretty useless units. For some reason, they've got this anti-air tank platoon, and you know they're not really going to have much effect unless they get them up close to do assault. They've got a little stack of infantry out here who've really out the fight. They're going to take 2 or 3 turns just to get into line of sight, let alone anything else. But it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. So, like with all of my playthroughs, I'll pop in at the end of each turn and give you a little breakdown of what's happened, and possibly a little focus if anything really interesting happens in between. But on with the game. So at the end of turn 1, I think I'm already effectively cut off from one of my victory conditions. There's only 5 units remaining for the NATO, so getting 4 off of this edge I think is completely gone now that the Soviets have completely effectively blocked that road. Even leaving the city is going to be hard. I'm just going to have to try and hold on and fire guns as much as I can and hope for the best, I think. In terms of firepower, they have taken out the Scorpion already, so that's 1 unit down, but likewise we've managed to take out one of their infantry, and we have disrupted their headquarters, or reduced their headquarters and disrupted one of their T-65, so the T-65 or T-64 platoons. So, going into turn 2, NATO's not in a great place, but now that the Soviets have had their initiative, they've had that first turn with a double activation. From now on, hopefully I'll be getting 2 activations versus them, so I might be a chance to just whittle them down to attrition. And just try my hardest to take out another 3 units, or at least keep hold of one of these city hexes. So, on to turn 2. Turn 2 went as expected. Only 1 activation for each side, but it's just a more shooting, a bit more gunplay. They had very little effect on ours. The AEO order card basically said everyone's just got to fire, and the Russians just missed. They had worse rolls, and I got lucky with my save roll, so this infantry platoon managed to survive, and they managed to reduce and disrupt this T-64 that's been rolling in from the north. Now my headquarters, with the pattern, they managed to take out the other T-64 unit there, which had the headquarters, so they've been suppressed, and they'll be coming back on this turn. And aside from the infantry moving a little bit closer and very little going on, but I've now destroyed 2 enemy units, so I'm 2 steps away from victory for them. But again, luckily I've disrupted this T-64 because that's the biggest firepower left. But if these infantry and, well, basically if the AO order card says it's time for assaults, then I'm buggered, because they're just going to roll in and easily start taking me out. So could go either way. On to turn 3. And that was turn 3. On to turn 4. So at the end of turn 4, fighting is getting very tight still, and I think I can probably win now. The main reason for that is the infantry I've managed to reduce. They were disrupted, but somehow, even with the low morale of the Soviets, they managed to bring most of them back. I mean, this stack is all disrupted, and my infantry there is disrupted too. I have destroyed most of their firepower, really, their harder firepower, because both T-64 platoons are now gone. So I've eliminated 3 units out of the 4 I need for victory. I don't know if I'll be able to eliminate another one. 50-50 on that. I won't be able to get the victory condition of getting anyone off this west edge. That is just insane. There's no way I'm escaping this city. But I think I will be able to hold on to one of these city locations. Unless they assault and force me to retreat and get really lucky with it. I mean, they'll have to undisrupt their move in and get these 2 hexes. So, I mean, it's not impossible. It's just unlikely for me to lose all 3 of these hexes now. So I think that's how this victory is going to be achieved. So, on to the final turn. So the end of turn 5, and they haven't managed to take any of these hexes, and I've had real success in picking off the forces. The last few that came in, I just obliterated everyone on the last turn, because I managed to get my 2 activations before they got a single one of theirs, which really changed things up. So I easily got the 4 unit eliminations needed for victory. Overall, I think this was a really fun scenario. I like the fact that it's focused so tightly, because I mean, with the setup areas being around here, you barely used even just over half the map. There's a short turn limit, there's no weird rules, there's no OBA. I think this would be a really, really good scenario for teaching someone new to the game. And although I did end up slaughtering almost all of them on the last turn, up until turn 4, it was not looking that way at all. I think the dice played a huge factor in that eventual win, because I didn't think I was going to. And that's the real possibility here. And with the multiple different ways you can achieve victory for NATO, it gives a few different tactical options for both sides, really. So I think it's a really well put together scenario, and if you're new to this game, I'd really recommend giving it a go. Or if you're showing someone this game for the first time, really, really worth a try. So, until next time, happy gaming!